Tuesday night, every Tuesday night. I'm live now on Facebook, and I think I'm live on YouTube. Yes, I think I'm live on YouTube right now. Good evening on YouTube there. Sorry for the delay, a couple of minutes. Just setting up my Facebook live account. I try and normally double up, guys, on Facebook and YouTube. Obviously, rather than doing two separate calls, hangouts. Just want to check that I am live on. Just bear with me. Just checking on my phone. I got two computers running, guys, plus my iPhone, so just bear with me. Let me just check. I can see a few people on here on my webinar jam software on YouTube. Hi Esther, hi Richard, hi Alicia, hi Evelyn, hi Craig, Bernard. Thanks for joining. Got quite a few people on. Just want to check that I'm live on Facebook. If anyone wants to go to my Facebook channel, I think I'm live there. Let me just check. If you can put a yes in the comment section on Facebook, if you can see me and hear me okay, guys. We've got 12 people that have just logged onto Facebook, 16 people now, actually. Guys, the main subject tonight is going to be obviously multiple streams of income, but I'm getting very excited about the good old Bitcoin, guys. Cryptocurrency, the number one cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. There's a lot going on in that space, and there's a lot of other coins trying to copy the concept, don't get me wrong. There's a mass market obviously there for alternative coins, and I'm in a few other alternative coins. But there's a Bitcoin mining program which I just got involved with. Probably if you've been following me the last couple of weeks, a company called Swiss Gold Global, okay? And I'm starting to get more excited about this every day as more people start to join. And a very simple business, no recruitment. That's what I like about it, guys. No recruiting. Okay, no recruitment at all, just and as little as a one-time payment. Oh, how you doing, Prem?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Let me just see if I can hear you all on, Prem. I didn't have my volume up. How you doing, Prem?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I had my volume down. I wasn't expecting you to come on. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I got your message, and then I thought I'll jump on quickly because I know that you've been asking a few questions, and I just got off another call, literally. So I thought I have time. Let me join.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah, as the same as we did last week, Prem. But what I want to go through, not so much on the gold and silver. Yeah, we may touch on that if there's time. But I want to go through this, the Bitcoin on itself. You know, the Bitcoin mining side of Swiss Gold Global. This calculation we got. You know, this. I'm going to share my screen shortly. The Bitcoin mining calculator. I want to go through a live demonstration on that. And I just want to show people for how little they can start with within Swiss Gold Global. Obviously, as little as $30 within the Bitcoin mining side of things. And I just want you to help me, obviously, demonstrate how low or somebody can start within this business, and how much potentially can they make over a period of 12 months, 18 months, 2 years. Is that all right?
That's fine. I mean, if I may, can I just have 5 minutes to give a bit of an overview on the couple of questions you'd asked me earlier?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Obviously, yeah. Introduce yourself first, and for the new people.
All right, sure.
We did. We got a recall.
Yep.
Yeah, go on.
Prem Johal here. I'm by profession, I'm an ex-wealth manager from the City of London, and now I do 100% home-based network marketing. And instead of making rich people richer, I help everybody understand better money, as well as aspects of wealth management, but specifically how to use network marketing to leverage and build up wealth, basically, and what wealth really is. But before we go into any of those details, I just want to answer a couple of things that Adrian had kind of discussed with me. I didn't get a chance to get back to Adrian, so I just want to tell you about mining, Bitcoin mining, right? Somebody asked, if I've got 5, 10, 20,000,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money. Why would I do mining? Why not just buy Bitcoin today? Are you getting echo? Adrian?
Hold on, I'll mute myself, okay, just in case. Go on, carry on.
All right. Okay, that seems better now. So if you have, let's say, 10 grand, whatever, pounds, dollars, euro, whatever. If you have 10 grand, why would you go mining? Why don't you just buy the Bitcoin now? If you're genuinely hoping that Bitcoin should go up in price, why not just get the stuff and watch it go up in price? You have an instant profit. So let's say Bitcoin gets double the price in 12 months, and today you spend all your money getting into Bitcoin, then you've spent twice as much, you've got double as much at the end of 12 months. So that's a great 100% profit, right? If you did mining instead, you are buying a large capacity, but it'll pay you out very slowly on a daily basis. And by the time you've even recovered your original investment, your original cost of getting that mining, it may be a year and a half, 2 years. So forget doubling your money. You've not only just recovered your cost in more than 12 months. So that presents a dilemma straight away. And you've got to understand, you have to make a choice. With mining, provided it doesn't suddenly become unprofitable, and there are many reasons why it can become unprofitable. If it becomes unprofitable, your contract is over. That's generally the case in the industry. That is a risk. And you take that risk in order to earn a return 20, 30, 40, 50 times higher than what the banks are willing to pay you. If you're willing to take that risk for that extraordinary reward, then mining is the way to go. Now, let's say, for argument's sake, today, at today's price, you buy 10 Bitcoin. 10 Bitcoin today will cost you close to $8,000. Yeah, it's $800 roughly, just under. $8,000 is your outlay for 10 Bitcoin. That 10 Bitcoin will remain 10 Bitcoin unless you buy more. So you need an additional source of income from somewhere, or you need to find more capital in order to buy the 11th and the 12th and the next Bitcoins. With mining, provided the contracts are not canceled, provided the contracts continue into perpetuity, as in our case, we are strategically partnered with Genesis Mining directly. So you don't need to go to Genesis Mining. They are happy for you to buy their mining through us because it's the exact same price at which you buy through us. Okay, so you don't need to go separately and open an account there. One account with us, and you've got Genesis covered in-house and our superior most physical gold and silver products. So what happens next? Very simple. When you have access to mining with us, it is a lifetime contract. Unless it becomes unprofitable, it carries on into perpetuity, which could be 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line.
Can I just butt in there, Prem? Just 1 second.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
it's a key point. This is I hope this doesn't go wrong, this question. But if the Bitcoin price does drop to $600, what is that amount? Is it $600? Say the Bitcoin price drops to $600 tomorrow, and somebody puts in $5,000 today. Does that mean they've lost their $5,000 overnight because it's gone below a certain threshold? The contract's void.
Okay, so the exact wording of that is in the Genesis Mining terms and conditions, which are available on the website, so you can read them. What happens is, obviously, anybody that does any mining knows that there are a number of factors. One is the difficulty rate. Okay, so your difficulty rate can squeeze out a whole bunch of older contracts or people that are unable to efficiently mine if they're mining it on their own. By tying up with Genesis, you have none of that problem, because it becomes Genesis's problem to not only upgrade the equipment, but to be on top of the mining profitability at all times, what a private individual is unable to do. I was about to touch on that point just now. But the $600 is not the threshold at this point. It is actually lower. I believe it's around 550 at today's profitability.
Right.
So what happens is, not only is your daily income going up, if the price of Bitcoin goes up. So price of Bitcoin goes up, you actually earn more with the same old contract. You don't need to constantly upgrade your contract. So a contract purchase today will yield you more than it would yield tomorrow if day after the price kept going up. Okay? But if the price drops to that pain point, that pain threshold, now I don't know exactly where it stands today, but it's between $500 and $550. 500 to 500.
Does that, whatever that figure is, does that always stay the same over the lifetime of the contract? So in 10 years' time, is that still $500, $600?
No, this is why it is too complex to be able to say it, because there is a difficulty rate attached to it. There is also a block number. So what block is being mined at this point, and when is the anticipated increase in the next difficulty rate? There's a lot of variables that go into it. So I can't say that. At the moment, today, I can tell you it is somewhere between $500 to $550. If it was an exact mathematical science, then I simply haven't got the mathematical brains to be able to explain it to you right now, which is why I recommend read the terms and conditions. However, if it dips to 550 and then comes back up, you're okay. Okay, nothing is lost. It was a scare, overnight scare. Okay, but if it stays below that threshold or the pain point, that barrier, I don't know, but it's between 5 to 550. If it stays below that for a sustained period of time, that is when the contract is turned invalid. And I really wish they had some kind of an option that would just simply pause the contract. Everybody, switch off the electricity, just take a breather, go on vacation or whatever, and then come back. I wish that was the case, but that isn't the case. So there's a lot of variables, but right now the fact is simply this. Your Bitcoin, for people that purchased their contracts a month ago, that contract is more profitable today than it was a month ago, because Bitcoin has actually gone up in price. And those people that take the income from our system in Bitcoin, and they have a choice. Either you take that Bitcoin and preserve it and put it in a secure wallet and download it onto a separated hard drive or whatever and keep it in some nice Faraday cage kind of a box so that nothing goes wrong with it. You can do that. Or you take the same Bitcoin and put it back into the system to buy more mining. Unless you have another source of income, in which case you can use your PayPal money and buy more mining and keep your Bitcoin safe and not even touch it. There are many options to explore. But the point I was making, Adrian, is very simply this. Today, the best piece of kit you can get, it's, this is not it, but it's about this long. Okay, it's a square, it's a rectangular box called an S9 Antminer. It costs $2,000. You can buy an S9 Antminer, $2,000, stick it to a high quality laptop, plug it to a power source in your bedroom, and let it run. Okay, and mine your own Bitcoins using the software downloaded from the net, and you will be twice as profitable as us, double the profitability as us to begin with. But tomorrow there may be an S11 Antminer processor that is launched. That means this $2,000 piece of kit suddenly drops to $500, and you won't even be able to sell it for a profit because it's going cheap. This is what happens with technology. You remember the old days of the mobile phone. The latest mobile comes in, the old one is suddenly cheap. Nobody wants to pay premium for it. Same with iPhone 7. iPhone 7 comes out, iPhone 6 drops in price, iPhone 5 drops in price, everything below it drops in price. So this is the trouble, this is the dilemma faced by your average Joe miner. They will not only struggle with the difficulty rate when more and more, especially Chinamen, lots and lots of new miners are joining the pool, ramping up the difficulty rate significantly, but also at the same time, how would your capital outlay look if you were to have to constantly upgrade your equipment? This is no longer a problem when you go with a cloud mining company. And I just wanted to mention this, Adrian, to clarify. If you have $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to spare, and you're wondering, will it be more profitable going straight for the Bitcoin rather than going for the mining? Let me give you a simple example. You can buy a 6-pack of tomatoes in a supermarket. You know the price is fixed, and there's 6 tomatoes in there. That is your Bitcoin. Go buy the tomatoes, you have your tomatoes, right? Tomorrow you can make a tomato soup with it, no problem. What mining does is you're buying little saplings. They need to be grown over a period of time, but when they are full-grown tomato plants, they can yield more than 6, 12, 18 tomatoes each. We don't know. If you're negligent or if something else happens or there's bad weather or whatever, the tomato plants could die. That is the risk of a mining contract becoming unprofitable. But because you have a mining contract to begin with, you have the potential of having way more than just 6. So you have to choose. And if you have a lot of money to spare, let's say $10,000, I think it is wise that you choose. You put some of it towards Bitcoin today, so you're not missing the boat in what's going to happen in the coming weeks, especially with the political things happening and people getting increasingly nervous about geopolitical situations. There's a lot of risk money that seeks to go somewhere. It can't find where to go. It doesn't want to go into stocks, mutual funds. It definitely doesn't want to go into US dollar treasuries. It wants to, in fact, get away from everything that is dollar and euro denominated, and it is looking for somewhere to go. It has to find its way into gold at some point in the future. Even though the prices are depressed right now, we know that that is manipulated, and there's a reason behind that. I can cover that on another hangout. But we know that clever money is now finding Bitcoin very, very attractive all of a sudden. And this is why get yourself some Bitcoin if you have the spare cash, and have a few Bitcoin lying around just in case, right? Have it secure, have it tight and sealed, great job. But also get yourself some mining so that you have a combination of ready-made packed tomatoes, cleaned and ready to be cooked. And the other ones are basically saplings that you can grow in your own little greenhouse, which is Swiss Gold Global in our case. So I hope that answers it.
Yeah, would you go as far to say, would you go like 50% buy Bitcoin today and 50% into mining, or 60-40, or 70-30, or it's down to the individual, what they feel is best?
Adrian, I honestly think it's down to the individual. I really do. But what I do believe is that the simple logic, and now this is not me talking, there are other geniuses in the world that have already mentioned this. Kiyosaki is one of them. Trump, when he was still is a big supporter of network marketing. Branson says the same thing. Einstein said the same thing. One of the greatest things you can do in business is to find something that can compound. Are you looking for residual income or not? What is residual income? Residual income simply means you do something now that it residue is leftover, basically. It gives you leftovers for the rest of your life. So you're basically doing some activity today that it feeds you a few crumbs from one side and a few more from another side, a few more from the next thing you know, you're having a meal every single day just from the crumbs. That's the idea of residual income. So I would tend to say take greater risk in the mining with the view of compounding that as efficiently as possible, so that you have a larger capacity at your disposal, which will be producing you way more Bitcoin in the future than buying Bitcoin outright today. So for the compounding alone, I favor mining. If you don't want to take the risk of a contract becoming invalid because of various market things, you know what? That same thing can apply to Bitcoin also. I mean, what if Bitcoin goes to zero? What are you going to do with your $10,000 put in Bitcoin then? That is a loss anyway. Aren't you facing the same risk? So why not put it into mining that actually generates something and creates something for you, especially now that we in network marketing are usually at the very cutting edge. And I'll happily mention some names there. There may be good companies, may not be good companies, I don't know. But there's a whole bunch of cryptocurrencies launching out there. Who's at the cutting edge? Who's at the leading edge of it? Network marketers. By the time the average Joe public realizes what's going on, we've already built businesses based on what is the latest thing happening in the market. We always forget that. So getting into mining, I believe now, is still a cheap and efficient way of having a share in a futuristic business model, which is absolutely critical, I believe, to be a part of. So it's a personal choice, but I would favor mining over buying Bitcoin outright any day.
Yeah, I think on a $10,000 ratio, I think I would probably tend to go sort of perhaps 70, even 80% into mining, and perhaps 20% into just buying some Bitcoin. Probably, that's me personally, So anyway, what I want to do, Prem, I want to share my screen a minute and
Yeah, sure.
show people this Bitcoin. First of all, show people. I'm logged into my Swiss Gold Global back office.
Okay, sure.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Let me go back to the start. This is the main the backbone sort of side of things. You got all the tags here: precious metals, education, and we got this Bob Proctor back in this as well, which is a big plus. Is that right, Bob Proctor?
Yeah, absolutely. If you go to my Real Wealth Revolution, if you just click that tab,
yeah,
you will see all the people that we have and their training programs as part of the package. There's Bob Proctor right there. I mean, names like this don't align themselves to just any other company. And the people you have here is Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher. Together, they run the Proctor Gallagher Institute. And they do massive network marketing training. I mean, some of their programs are $100,000 worth, Then you've got Greg Reed, who's actually rewritten Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. So Napoleon Hill wrote that book way back when in the 30s, and Greg Reed is basically the guy who kind of, updates that part. And he's got his own book called Stickability. So, when you've got network marketers talking about Napoleon Hill quotations, well, we've got the real deal in our back office as part of our panel of education, and this is included as part of our membership. Then you've got Nancy and Don Filer, especially amongst the slightly more old school network marketers, are famous for building an organization of 800,000 members with just 4. They started with just 4. But the key is obviously in this business is not only duplication, but to train each member to be a leader in their own right. And that's where you transfer the skill, and that's where you become truly residual, if you like. Then you've got Carolita Oliveros. Carolita is on the international training panel of the Robert Kiyosaki organization. So when you see Robert Kiyosaki doing property-related programs all around the world and similar concepts that apply leverage or other people's money basically in order to generate cash. She's an international attorney. She's also, once in a while, she comes online with us. Philip Judge is one of the original co-founders. He's distanced himself because he's doing something that has a bit of a conflict of interest. He's running a hedge fund relating to gold, but he is the man responsible for our company to even get a license with Argo Heraeus. I'm not kidding you guys. Argo Heraeus is a license that there's another German gold-based MLM. They would kill to get this license, but they haven't got it. We do. So, there are other MLM companies. They wish they had Argo Heraeus. They don't. And thanks to Philip Judge, we have it. James Rickards is one of the top gold experts in the world, undisputedly. If you notice his last name spellings, it's Rickards, Rickards. So if you look up James Rickards or Jim Rickards, you will find him on YouTube. Lots of content in terms of economics, gold, monetary value, where the money is going, and why everybody in Western society that is sitting on cash and isn't paying attention to physical gold and silver is going to regret it, because there is something going on that is historically proven to be the case. But we can discuss that another time perhaps. Chris Martison, to be honest with you, I don't even know who he is, but the rest I can tell you comfortably who they are. All right.
Yeah. And what about so these guys? And this is just part of the training. If I click on these, it just takes you to a session, is it, or a video or some kind, or what?
No, in the back office, there's a whole series of past sessions that you can access. This will give you basically, some of their material to download immediately and get your head around. Much of their material is free. Some other material you pay for. But because we also have a store in which you can buy stuff. If you wanted to buy like pins and labels and merchandise over and above what the company already provides in terms of electronic digital banner promotion ads, etc. So this is basically part of the package. This isn't the main deal, to be honest with you. The main deal, I believe, is our price point, and I can prove it to you right now live just how good we are if you want me to.
We'll come on to that now. Right, I just had a question coming on. I'm running multiple screens here. On my going back a bit to what you mentioned earlier about Bitcoin mining.
Yeah.
I got one guy saying, when you mentioned the point about buying an S9 Antminer, one guy is saying, a guy called Dennis, well, who cares if I spend $2,000 on a miner and I make $4,000 back? I don't care if I sell the miner. He just flogged the miner and he's made his money.
Yes, absolutely. That is a very valid point, and that is a very good point. You're absolutely right there. By the time you make your 4,000, if the S9 is still worth something, that's great. You've recovered your money. There's no problem with that. And a lot of people have done that. But a lot of people regretted it because there's a bunch of people sitting with the S5 Antminer right now that they paid $2,000 for. They can't even shift it for half the price, and they haven't yet acquired as many Bitcoins as they should have. So this is what happens. The difficulty rate is a variable that affects everybody that does individual mining. And this is why more and more people that are doing it privately are actually becoming less profitable faster. So to answer this gentleman's question directly, you don't know when the next super high processing power is released. It could be 3 weeks from now.
So it's a high risk decision then. Spend $2,000 a day and hope for the best then, really?
Well, yes, correct. Because you hope that the 2,000 will recover you your 4,000, but if in the new year, let's say in the middle of January, they come up with a processor twice as powerful as the S9, and they sell that for $2,000, what value is your S9 all of a sudden? Then now everybody else is mining at a faster rate at a higher difficulty level. Remember, the difficulty level is constantly climbing, which is why, mathematically, guys, very simple. Bitcoin starts in 2009. We are today 2017 almost, yeah? So we've had 6 years of Bitcoin mining in which out of 21 million, just over 15 million Bitcoins have been mined. So we've done two-thirds of all Bitcoin was done in 6 years. The estimation is that the remaining 6 million Bitcoins will be mined over the next 20-something years.
Yeah.
That is a function of difficulty. If that difficulty keeps climbing at the rate it's climbing, good luck with your S9, because you're going to need 2 S9s to process and keep up when the rest of the world is processing on the S11. When that happens, your profitability is gone down the drain. If you can make a profit faster than that, and if you can mine more efficiently and take care of your electricity bills and all the other overheads that you may have, good luck to you, because that is the best way to do it. I personally would prefer what you're doing. I personally would prefer to do the equipment myself and have autonomy and independence in the true spirit of Bitcoin. I would prefer that myself, but I would rather outsource it to a company that knows what it's doing and is worth 100 million. They're opening mining farms in, excuse me, in Argentina, in I believe in Colombia, somewhere in the middle, in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
They're opening mining farms in 3 spots in Central Europe. They've already got Romania and Finland. Main one is in Iceland. I mean, this is a company with real assets, signing deals with governments. And guess what? I'll tell you a secret, yeah, because you're watching, and I think I can tell you this. It's not too much of a secret, but I'll tell you. The owners, the CEO, and the group, the founder members, can launch a brand new cryptocurrency in 180 seconds.
Yeah.
3 minutes, they can launch any cryptocurrency and take down all the others that are, operating on a MLM basis. But they said, why should we? Because Branson, Jack Ma, and all these billionaires are throwing hundreds of millions of dollars into what? Into Bitcoin. They're developing apps, they're developing payment processes, they're developing things that will make it smooth despite the original technological drawbacks of Bitcoin. It is Bitcoin that is the legitimate currency that is being accepted left, right, and center, and therefore going up in value. None of the others. None of the others. Yes, the others have a few unique selling points, like FuelCoin does. I agree with that. And therefore, it makes it a little more compatible. But FuelCoin is compatible on the back of Bitcoin, not on its own. So,
yeah, am I right in saying, though, from a technology point of view, I'm no expert, but Bitcoin can only be advanced to a certain what's the word? Like you can't turn a Nokia 402 into an Apple's iPhone 7, can you? So Bitcoin, you know, it can only be advanced so much, can't it? It needs the help of other more advanced coins like FuelCoin, which is a more advanced technology at some point.
So if you think about it, ultimately the SIM card that goes into a Nokia is the same that goes into a smartphone, right? So when it comes to the actual connectivity with the outside world, it's it doesn't matter whether you're an iPhone or a Nokia or a dial-up phone or whatever, So the technology required to add all those apps and features requires significant investment because, yes, Bitcoin is original and kind of technologically older than the others, but that's exactly where the investment is going. You see the difference? Nobody's investing hundreds of millions of dollars into this, that, and the other coin. They're investing it into Bitcoin. And this is why I personally, to be honest with you, if I'm going to be a network marketer, and if I'm going to be talking to people, spending a lot of time helping my own team build up individually, helping them grow, Skype call 24/7, I just haven't got the time to pay attention to a little ant miner on the side as well.
Right.
I've got it outsourced. And guess what, guys? This is the beauty of the system. If you choose, not necessary, but if you choose, you can have what? 100, 200, 300 terahash of mining power as a bonus. We give 3 terahash in mining power as a bonus for each platinum member you introduce to the system. Just one platinum member. So if you've got a daily income of $5, $10, $20 through mining with us that you purchased on your own, you can double, quadruple, 10 times it by network marketing. This is not something you can do with your own S9 miner in your back office.
You're talking about 20% of 15 terahash, don't you? So you mean?
Yeah, that's the one. 20% of 15 terahash. 20% of 15 terahash is the 3 terahash, and the 3 terahash is the bonus get given to you for introducing a platinum member.
Yeah. But if somebody introduced, if I introduce somebody who's just bought, like you can see my screen now, can't you? You can see my screen now, can't you?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
So this is. I'm going to move this mouse here, and it goes from 0 up to 15 terahash. Is that right?
Yep.
So this is for just. This is not for what you just said just now, is it? This is for just customers that want to buy Bitcoin mining. Is that right?
This is for free account holders who don't care about gold or anything else we do. They just want Genesis mining at the same price at Genesis mining. They can open an account with you by clicking your link, Adrian, and they can come in here, and instead of buying through Genesis, they can buy Genesis through us. It's all the same thing. The difference is, with us, at some point in the future, they can upgrade themselves to being an affiliate. When they're an affiliate, they can introduce other people. When they introduce other people, they get paid in many ways, including direct cash plus compounded mining bonus, which I can explain in a moment. But that sliding scale you just used, it tells you on top of it computation power, then the purchase value, and then the estimated payout. The computation power versus purchase value, now you've got 0.2 terahash, which is 200 gigahash, worth $30. That's right. The exact same price you will have on the Genesis.
So this is the lowest entry level, isn't it? This is the worst scenario is you can join Swissquote Global for just $30 as a one-time payment, and then you're on the ladder to mining Bitcoin, basically. Is that right? This is the lowest entry level, $30 one time.
That is right, Adrian. But at the moment, this $30, I need to tell you this because you need to be aware. You don't just come in with $30 and think you'll be a millionaire by next Thursday, right?
Oh no, I'm just using it as an example. I'm just trying to make a point. You can join for as little as $30. You can keep adding to that as you go on, day by day, month by month.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. This is the point. This is the lowest entry package with us. It is also the lowest entry package with Genesis. And if you slide along the slider, Adrian, yeah, there you go. As you go up, you can see how many terahash are worth how many dollars. So let's put it another way. You just passed. If you go to 3 terahash, that should be around $450.
Yeah.
3 terahash is $450. I put it into the Bitcoin calculator today.
Right, let's do this as an example. And for the average person who's got $450 to put into this, $30 is obviously a bit, is a bit of a low entry, but that's $450 is a one-time payment. There's no monthly requirement. There's no recruitment.
Yeah.
Let me bring up this Bitcoin calculator now. Right, this is the Bitcoin calculator. I'm not sure what that word is there, but it's alloscomp.com. Is it? That's the guy who's written the program, is it? Or?
Correct, yes. This is a very good one to use. It is third party. It has nothing to do with us. And this will tell you genuinely where you should be at. And this is a good calculator to use. I use it personally myself.
Right, okay. So we just put in there 3 terahash, which is $450. We stick the 3 terahash in this box here.
Yep.
And then this column here, which is important, the exchange rate, that has to be today's exchange rate. Is that right? Which
you know what? No, don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's 790, right, Adrian? Let's make it unprofitable. Let's go 750.
Right.
Let's go 750, which is less than what it is today, right? Let's be conservative. Now, if you hit calculate,
yeah,
this is where it gets interesting. If you now look, that's 3 terahash at today's difficulty factor. Today's difficulty factor is going to have to change because more and more people are coming into mining. More and more people are putting money towards mining on a single daily basis. Genesis alone gets 1,000 new customers just from China. I don't know whether they buy small or big chunks of mining, but they are Bitcoin mining crazy. So any skeptic out here in England, you can remain a skeptic. They're going to drive the demand, not you. So
who changes? When does this difficulty factor change? When does this number change? Every day, every week, every month?
No. It says there right above because see on top it says next difficulty retarget occurs at block whatever. That block is the next chunk of Bitcoin that will be released into the market, right? It's going to be
approximately in 1 days, approximately.
Correct. Now the Bitcoin difficulty. Now this is what should answer the question of the gentleman who previously said I can make 4,000 with the 2,000 Antminer. This difficulty every 8 days or so, or 10 days in this case, goes up by 3%. Okay, so you are every 10 days or so, you're becoming less efficient by 3%. Because you need to have more hash capacity and you've only got one fixed block, one fixed unit. It isn't organically expanding or growing. You can't feed it on any steroids in order to make it pump more. So it is going to have to carry a 2.93% extra load every 8 days in this example. Okay, it's not strictly true, but yes, roughly. So when that happens, you'll find your limited capacity is becoming less and less profitable to you, whereas here in cloud mining, you've got your hash rate already defined, and if you wanted to bump it up, just compound it, buy more with your income rather than, refer people and get the mining paid out to you for free. We give you mining as a bonus. It's free. You don't pay for it. Just introduce other people. So
yeah.
Just going back to the hash rate, you can see the 3 terahash at 750. If we look at the per month figure, that's 55.25, right?
55.52.
Yeah, 55.52.
Yeah.
Excuse me. This is not how much you're going to get paid. You need to half that.
Half it, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay. because it does not take into account the capital investment of any equipment. It does not take into account the cost of electricity, maintaining the location and everything else. And it doesn't take into account the fact that we are with a company specifically that is whose job it is to keep profitability at the cutting edge. It has to lead in profitability, otherwise they'll just lose out to every other new jumpstart that comes on the board. So let's half 55. Let's say it's 25.
27 actually, but yeah, okay, 27, 25, yeah.
Okay, 25. Let's go 25. You know, just make it simple. 25 times 12. That's 300.
That's 300, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 300. Yeah, $300 a year.
So the money you put in was $450 to have 3 terahash.
Correct.
You spent 450, and you've been paid 300 in Bitcoin over the year. But you've not been paid $300. You've been paid 300 worth of Bitcoin. And here it says estimated daily payout, just above the sliding scale, it says 0.00122 Bitcoin per day. So you've been paid in Bitcoin, right? So your first 2 months you've been paid in Bitcoin. Third month you've been paid in Bitcoin. All 12 months you've been paid in Bitcoin.
So what if the Bitcoin went up to $1,000 over the next 2 months? You went from $800 to $1,000. You're still being paid in Bitcoin.
Yeah, let's go back to also comp. Yeah, let's go back there. Now, if you change the exchange rate from 750 to let's say 800, which is more realistic, hit enter, calculate. There you go. Per month has gone up to 59 now.
So that's nearly $30. Half of that is $30-ish. $30.
So now you're getting $360 per year, $60 more, but you're not getting paid in dollars, you're getting paid in Bitcoin. So not only has your daily payment actually improved in value, it's like if I give you $1 a day, but just by sitting in your pocket, your dollar becomes $1.20 without even doing anything. That's the point in Bitcoin being paid out to you instead of the dollar. A dollar will always remain a dollar, but Bitcoin can go up when expressed in dollars. So now, if we just go back to that ALSA comp, Adrian, just very briefly, let's put an exchange rate 1,000 Bitcoin. If you put in 1,000,
this is daily money coming into your account every day, isn't it? Without daily Bitcoin coming into your account every day.
That's the idea. Yeah. Now it's gone to 74 per month, right?
So basically, 2 months' time, if it did it $1,000, you'll be earning half of 74, which is $37 a day.
Yeah, which is immediately more than 400 and something per year, right?
So yeah, that to me, that's going back to the first example, $450 in. Even after 1 year, and the price and the Bitcoin's price stays the same, isn't it? The Bitcoin price will have to stay the same for the next 12 months, which I don't think that's going to happen. I think Bitcoin's on the way up. So you've nearly got your money back, haven't you? $300 in 12 months. You've nearly got it back. It's not going to take long. It's not going to take you long to get your money back, is it?
Correct, and that's exactly the point. So if Bitcoin goes now to 1,000, you've already made roughly $450 back in a year. You've recovered your entire Bitcoin allocation in a year. Now, let's say Bitcoin, for example, best case scenario, it may never happen, but best case scenario, it never ever becomes unprofitable. That means you're making $450 a year, year after year, every year, without moving a finger.
That's right. So let's get to the crunch here. You pay $450 today as a one-time. There's no sponsoring, no recruitment, no monthly charges,
no compounding.
No, and that's no compounding, yeah. And you, for the next 2016 to 2040, the next 24 years, when Bitcoin finishes, you're going to be earning $450 every single year for the next 24 years.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's without compounding.
Yeah, no, but you'd be earning 0.00122 Bitcoin per year, year after year, not dollars. Remember, you're getting paid in Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin stays the same, yes, then you'll be getting $400 year after year. But if Bitcoin itself looks like $10,000 per coin, or some people saying $1 million per coin, you'll be laughing because you've got a fixed.
That's right. I'm just looking at the worst scenario. If Bitcoin doesn't even budge, Bitcoin stays the same for the next 26 years, you're still in a major profit, isn't it? You're still having.
Absolutely, and this is without compounding. We haven't even started with the compounding side yet.
So let's talk about compounding then, because the compound effect, because a lot of people out there have got that mindset of all these sort of traffic exchange revenue share style programs where they can buy when the money reaches $50, they buy another ad pack. So this is to try and keep it on the same wavelength as that. For this example, when you get to $30 of money coming into your account, you buy another mining package in. Is that right?
Correct.
So you're doing exactly the same thing. You're compounding your Bitcoins rather than compounding ad packs, then, just to try and keep it, for other people to understand. Is that a good way of saying it, do you think?
Correct, absolutely. Instead of buying an ad pack, which essentially has value only when new money comes in through new members, you are not doing that. You're buying a few inches more of those super sophisticated pieces of equipment, and you're getting a little more electricity allocation into your system. You're not depending on new members. So when you're compounding here, you're buying more and more of the machinery rather than more and more of the membership. Big difference. So all the revenue sharing systems run out of steam at some point when either something processor, something or the other goes wrong, or people stop putting more money into it. Here it's very different. It's a piece of equipment, and what you're doing is every time you have $30, we've shown you that the minimum package you can buy is 30, the maximum is $1,950. So 200 gigahash, that's not going to change your world. 200 gigahash, okay, 200 gigahash yields roughly about $9 per year at the moment, if I remember correctly. $9 a year, you're thinking, what is $9 a year, man? But listen, when you compound it over just 10 weeks, you've got 2 terahash. 200 times 10 is 2,000. 2,000 gigahash is 2 terahash. 2 terahash now, we've shown you 3 terahash gives you $400 and something per year.
Yeah.
So 2 terahash is half of that. You've just added 200 extra, so $600 a year. Keep adding at that same rate and keep compounding it. You can double your terahash capacity in less than a year without referring a single soul. And what is it that you get in exchange? You get paid in Bitcoin. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I'd say I would probably use a strategy where I compound probably for at least a year, I would say. You think that's reasonable to compound it, just build it for a year and then start to withdraw?
Yeah, well, compounded for a year for your own contribution to the mining. But remember, Adrian, if you're going to refer people, you get given mining power anyway, so you shouldn't be under pressure. If you're able to just recruit a few people, I know everybody says, okay, if 5 people come in, then they bring in 5 and they bring in 5. By level 7, you'll run out of population on the planet. Agreed. That's a large number of people. But you don't need that many people.
No.
Just bring in, 4 or 5 people for the rest of your life, but quality people that can start with the platinum package. And if they did that, remember, each time your referral buys more mining power, you get paid 5% in mining.
So 5% of 15 terahash.
Yes. So let's say Adrian, you find somebody that has $2,000 to spend every month. Yeah, every month. There's a big guy, lots of money, property investor, whatever. They've just sold a property, and he's like, okay, I'm going to spread myself out, and I'm going to spend $2,000 a month. Each time they spend 15 terahash, you get 5% of the mining added to you, Adrian. So when your referral compounds, you are compounded without actively compounding.
That's the potential goal, man. On its own, bringing on a few people, you could quickly increase your daily income in Bitcoin, can't you? By just bringing in a few people.
Absolutely. The idea here is that if you're just if you just let the penny drop in what this system actually offers, very few people have understood it so far because, let's be honest, a lot of good quality marketers are a bit distracted about what they're doing. But if they open their mind up and paid attention to what potential we have here, this is absolutely staggering, because you're participating in something that is driven by like half the world's population. India, China, and Africa wants to go after Bitcoin because it's so convenient to them on a daily basis. They are putting in hundreds of millions of dollars in capital investment towards its development. And here we have a system that not only gives you passive 20 plus returns every year easily, but 50 if you compound it, 100 and 200 or more if you introduce a few people. And then once you've introduced those few people, if they keep compounding, you get compounded yourself. It's just mind-blowing, I believe.
Is it only paid on one level? The customer, the terahash in this example, you get paid 5% on the first level. You get paid on second and third levels in this, or just the first level?
No. You get paid only one level. So you need to bring in your directs and look after your directs, and it's only one level, because otherwise. So Adrian, if you brought in a whole bunch of people that were going to compound, the benefit of that is limited to you, not to your sponsor, and certainly not all the way up to me. Not for the Bitcoin mining anyway.
But the gold and silver, that plays on many levels, isn't it? The gold and silver is another subject. We'll probably cover that next time, but that's another that plays on multi-levels, isn't it? The gold and silver.
That's right. That compensation plan pays 7 levels deep, unlimited levels wide. But also at the same time, remember, if you hit ambassador level with us, you get 2% on your total organization, unlimited depth. So that's a fat. But it suddenly changes your life all of a sudden. But we can cover that another time. I thought this was Bitcoin specific.
Yeah, just mainly Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin. I've just brought this website up here called Fiat Leak. Are you familiar with this site?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Just tell people what's actually going on here. There seems to be a lot of transactions flying around in China. Everything seems to be in and out of China. Is that right?
Well, it is very popular there, and it tells you the directional flow of Bitcoin. It kind of tries to capture what's happening on the blockchain, because blockchain is a series of numbers. Blockchain doesn't necessarily give you a clear indication of what's happening. But you see, it's not just China. There's a lot of Bitcoin flowing. It's the currency that is in question. So it's the yuan renminbi, CNY. There are two Chinese currencies, just in case people didn't know. The CNY and CNH. CNH is traded out of Hong Kong, and that is meant for foreign investors buying Chinese fixed income, whereas the restricted internal currency is CNY, and that is why the price is driven. That is why there is such massive demand. And the other involved currencies, obviously, you can see there right there, the South African rand, Brazilian real, and the dollars are also involved. The others are a little bit silent right now because I think it's quite late. It's early morning for many countries. But aside from that, this is just shows you the geographical activity. It just gives you a map version. This is not necessarily what I would be looking at on a daily basis, but it's fun. It's interesting to know.
Yeah, is this people buying, selling Bitcoin, or people buying or selling, or just the volume trading back and forth? Is it buying and selling?
No, there's
the volume.
It's purely a directional flow. So it's if you look at under CNY, you will see two symbols, two levels. One is the green dollars, and one is the purple or bluish color Y symbol or yen symbol.
Yeah.
Actually, it should be a yuan symbol, but they're using a yen symbol for some reason. Yen is a Japanese one. But I don't know enough detail to so I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know this specific website. I've seen it as a interactive, fun way to observe directional flow and how much Bitcoin is moving from where to where. And, you know, the other involved currencies, obviously, you can see there right there, the South African rand, Brazilian real, and the dollars are also involved. The others are a little bit silent right now because I think it's quite late. So But blockchain does that nicely. If you're if you're a statistician, you don't need the map for it. But listen, Adrian, the gentleman who'd asked the question before, has he asked anything else? Any other questions?
I'm going to check on the channel, just 2 seconds. I'm loading up another screen here. Coinmarketcap.com. That actually shows the volume, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it goes to show that CoinMarket. Do you want to explain this? CoinMarketCap is it lists basically all coins that are for real. If the coin is not on here, then it's not a real coin. Is that right?
Yes and no. A coin listed here is a valid cryptocurrency today, in the here and the now. And good news is coming in a few weeks. We don't know the date yet, so I'm not willing to commit. But if you have any one of these coins listed on this particular exchange, on CoinMarketCap, or there are other Bittrex exchange, etc., if you have a list, any of these coins, you will be able to bring them into our system and swap them for some physical gold and silver if you ever wanted to get rid of these coins. And instead of taking dollars as a payment, if you'd rather have gold and silver, you can bring them into us. So basically, anybody who's got a lot of these coins, if you're into hashtag marketing, you can start asking these people, targeting them by hashtag and saying, guys, do you have any interest in physical gold and silver converted directly from your currency into ours? So that should be good news. And yes, these kind of exchanges give you a good overview on where the market is at. Having said that, there may be some cryptocurrencies out there that are not yet listed on here, but they may be legit, and their legitimacy may be waiting or awaiting some kind of a general market release or application. So I'm not going to say that, if it's not here, it's invalid. But what I would say is that out of the 200 odd currencies listed, 90% are going to have to vanish. They have.
Well, there's 700 coins on here. 700.
90% percentage-wise.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, you have to ask yourself. If somebody's launched a coin just to name it after a bit of ganja, I mean, what's the unique trading aspect there? I have a lot of respect for a coin called Scott Coin, because it actually solves a geopolitical problem for a brand new nation that has devolved from the British Union. And Scotland has this unique position where they don't trust the Bank of England and they don't like Brussels either. So they're caught between the two. They don't know which way to go. But for your average punter to go down the pub, buy his drink, buy a meal for his family, and the pub landlord to think, you know what, I'll accept this because I know that I can take it off of you and make my payments and meet my invoices and everything else. If it becomes adopted as a legitimate state-approved cryptocurrency, then Scotcoin has a valid reason to exist. That is its unique selling point. And people around the world might say, hey, you know what, I want a bit of the Scottish currency, so let me invest in Scotcoin, and that may bump up its value. That is a unique situation. That does not apply to all the other 700 necessarily. They need to have a unique proposition, and it is Bitcoin that attracts the heavy capital investments. I don't know of any single person that is going to say, I've got $50 million, I would like to invest it into this, the other, and that coin, or whatever, They're not going to do that. The Tom, Dick, and Harry coin, they're not going to do that. They're going to say, okay, I want to be involved in cryptocurrency. Which way do I go? What is it that is acceptable by Expedia.com, by Starbucks, coming online with Amazon? You can even buy gold and silver in the United States already with it. With AppMex, they accept Bitcoin. With JM Bullion, they accept Bitcoin. So when regular retailers are beginning to accept Bitcoin, then that's the one you want to be putting your $50 million into as a research fund rather than all the others.
Right. Okay, let's talk quickly about the affiliate side of things. If you want to join Swissquote Global, you just talked about joining as a customer just then, just from a Bitcoin point of view, mining Bitcoin as a customer, free to join, a one-time entry level for as little as $30. So if you want to take that to the next level and become an affiliate and start recruiting people, where's the Where's the list for that? Where's the entry level? Where am I buy on this page here?
So this is
the entry level? Oh, here we go. Open
this is your open a free account. Click that, and okay. So if I just run through these options, these are the 5 basic options we have right now at this moment, and this is all that anybody really ever needs to know. So once you get Adrian's link to click on, you click on it, and you're immediately facing one of these options. Now, the $0 one, you are coming in as a customer and as a free member. What does that mean? That means you will get gold and silver at exactly the same wholesale rate as everybody else. So you are in no disadvantage whatsoever when it comes to the price of the gold and silver as everybody else. You will get access to mining through Genesis in our back office at exactly the same price. So the 2 main products we have, that is physical metal as well, and that too from Argo Heraeus, which is not a joke, and the Bitcoin mining, which is from Genesis Mining, which is again not a joke. These 2 top quality partners we have, you get that at the same level as everybody else. Anybody who's an affiliate needs to bear in mind that you will easily have hundreds upon hundreds of free account holders. Why? Because it costs them nothing to open an account. It costs them nothing to upload a passport copy and clear your KYC. It costs them nothing to print an agreement form, sign it and scan it back and have your account properly set up. It costs you absolutely nothing. So therefore, literally your entire neighborhood of 200 homes ought to have this savings facility because it offers a Swiss vault attached to it and the ability to get into cryptocurrency mining, even if they just wanted to dip their toes, didn't want to go in too heavy, wanted to test the waters and see how it feels. This is the one to do. Okay. What you don't get with this facility, obviously, is access to our premium education. You only get limited access to it. But aside from that, mainly and most importantly, you don't get the referral bonuses. Now, if you wanted to introduce 100 people of your own as a free customer, you couldn't do that and earn from it. You wouldn't get paid for it.
But you can still earn off you can still earn off the Bitcoin mining, basically, on a free account, off the Bitcoin mining.
Yeah, you can basically you won't earn any referral on Bitcoin mining either. No.
But you can mine Bitcoin and you can buy gold and silver at the lowest spot price.
Correct.
Compared to everybody else.
Correct. So you can buy the physical product and you can access the mining just like anybody else, but you will not make any bonuses and commissions because there is no facility for you to refer other people unless you upgrade. Okay?
Yeah. So let's move on to the upgrade now, which is the silver. That's the first upgrade package, silver.
That's right. So the silver package is basically $249. That's your initial registration fee. And then you pay $50 from the second month every month. So there's a monthly auto ship of $50 and $249 is your starting. What do you get in $249? In $249, you've got $50 straight away. That is Swiss gold and silver included in your back office at wholesale prices, whatever many grams that works out to. You get to choose whether you want gold or silver, and you get $50 worth straight away. You get 200 gigahash of mining in your back office straight away, and you are now in a position to recover this startup fee by introducing just 3 members. Introduce 3 members who are also silver, and you would have recovered your starting cost. The idea is that obviously your gold and silver is already wholesale priced. So if that is at wholesale price, where does the company get money to pay you multiple levels? This is the compensation plan that takes care of that. But you've also got embedded in it the mining power, so you can add more funds later and buy more mining, add more funds later and buy more gold. You can do with it whatever you want, your own money, or you can build a team and use basically the referral bonuses in order to accumulate more. This has $50 a month auto ship. which is $600 a year. $600 plus 249 is 849. That 849 discounted, if you pay it all up front, is the next package called gold. So 849 now suddenly drops to 797, so you get a $50 discount straight away if you pay the annual fee up front. But you get 3 times as much gold or silver. Look, it says $150 worth of gold or silver. So 3 times as much gold and silver. And you get 500 gigahash of mining. So 2.5 times more mining if you were to pay your monthly fee up front instead. So that's the only major difference between the silver and the gold, is the gold has the annual fee rolled up, cheaper, and more bang for your buck with more gold and silver and more mining included in the package. Then comes the 2 top plans. And if, frankly, if cash flow isn't a problem to you, these are the ones you really want to be in. Because see, with the silver package, you've got 200 gigahash of mining. The 200 gigahash produces such a little return compared to the gigahash mining strength that you'll be making roughly about 4% per year on your investment of 249. It is, I shouldn't say investment really, but your package purchase of 249, you would be making just about 4%, which is diddly squat.
Still betting the bank account, isn't it?
Well, you're still getting a lot of the other benefits, but the mining is too weak, and the mining is there just so that you have your foot in the door. Not much of your money is gone towards mining in this case. The same is for the gold. You only get 500 gigahash in mining. Again, it'll give you 4-5% annual Bitcoin returns in that, which isn't anything to shout home about. But look, the 3000 package has 25% of the $3,000 is $800. $800 straight away in gold and silver. So a quarter of the 3,000 is straight away product, and then you've got 5 terahash of mining power included. That 5 terahash of mining power will give you roughly an annual Bitcoin return of 25% on the 3,000. So you expect to make $750 to $800 per year in Bitcoin with this package year after year, every year, without compounding. Now, when you start compounding, it changes it. It's no longer 20-25%. It's way above that. But I don't have my spreadsheet here, so maybe I'll cover that another time.
Yeah.
But if the capital isn't an issue, move on to the next plan. That gives you $1,200. Again, roughly about a quarter of the 5,000 is product, $1,200 in gold and silver. But look at the mining. It's 3 times. It's the maximum allocation of mining, 15 terahash of mining. The 15 terahash of mining produces enough Bitcoin to give you a return in Bitcoin of 25 to 28% per year in Bitcoin on the whole $5,000. So if you had to rephrase it to your next door neighbor, you tell him, have you got $5,000 or not? Yes. How much are they earning in a bank? 1% maybe? Okay. I can give you 25 to 28%, plus you get $1,200 worth of gold included, and this is paid out to you every day. So every day you're recovering your initial cost.
Every year for the next 26 years.
Well, yes, if the contracts don't get canceled, like I keep saying, you don't know what happens next. But for the time being, it looks very attractive. I mean, you've seen how crazy the Chinese are. I mean, it must be, 5 a.m. in the morning, and they're busy doing Bitcoin trades already, So.
Right, okay. So, yeah, to me, it's the $5,000 package, and that 28% is without compounding, isn't it?
Yeah, that 28 is without compounding. With compounding, when I worked it out last on my spreadsheet at today's mining difficulty level and today's fixed rate of Bitcoin, I took a fixed rate of 790. The return was 52% So I was getting two different figures when I played around with it. So 48 to 52%. If I was to diligently, weekly, every single week, once a week, just simply compound, keep compounding. Over 52 weeks, I would have had that kind of a return. So that would be my return set for the second year onwards to earn at a higher rate. And I could withdraw on a daily basis. So that works. But you know what? You can be a silver affiliate and introduce a $5,000 person. Everybody gets paid equally. So you could come in at, if you can't afford a bigger package, come in at silver, that's fine. You can sell $5,000 packages and upgrade yourself to 5,000 within just a few of those sales. So if you have contacts to people who have deeper wallets, and I recommend highly, I'm going to run a series this week. I've had some issues. That's why I didn't do it as efficiently as I wanted to. But I would like to run a series on how to reach the unburnt, relatively fresh pockets of depositor money scattered around your cities and towns and neighborhoods, how to reach those people who hate network marketing, but who will easily buy this $5,000 package because their bank is giving them diddly squat. They don't want to risk money in an unknown risk, which is a stock market. Here, the risk is known. We know the risk already. You have calculated the risk. The risk is how much of mining power will be terminated forever. That's your risk. You've already got a quarter of your amount layout. You've already got that back in physical product. If you don't want it, if you don't like it, at 0% sell back, the next week sell it, or the next day sell it. Sell the gold and silver from your back office and take the money and go. What's stopping you?
Yeah, so you 5,000 out, and you potentially get 1,200 straight back by selling the gold and silver, $1,200 straight back if you wanted to.
If you wanted to, yeah, I wouldn't basically do it because the 1,200 is worth less 5 years down the line than the $1,200 worth of gold that you have today. That's the idea. I mean, clever people would want to have more and more gold. If you want to go conservative, you use your Bitcoin mining income instead of compounding aggressively into buying more mining power. You can just simply keep swapping it into gold and silver. Next thing you know, you're collecting gold and silver on a monthly basis from a machine that mines Bitcoin. That's the idea. So now you're a gold saver on a monthly basis, or you can compound using Bitcoin mining. I mean, it's a genius product. But guys, you don't have to come in at the big packages if you can't afford it. Obviously, logically, anybody that can afford it should come in at the bigger packages. Yeah. You can be anything between a silver, gold, ambassador, and platinum to introduce any of the others. But everybody should consider introducing at least hundreds of the free members, because once you have a whole bunch of free members, then you're able to tell them, okay, whether you do it by autoresponder on an email or by chance you just call them one by one and tell them that, look, if you upgraded, these are your benefits. And if they didn't want to upgrade, no problem. Just let them buy gold, mining, whatever. If you're an affiliate, if you're either silver, gold, ambassador, or platinum, and your free member buys $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 worth of mining, and he doesn't care about gold or anything else, he doesn't want to be an affiliate because he's already got enough money. If he upgrades and keeps compounding his, guess what? You'll be getting the 5% like clockwork. So even the free member triggers bonuses to you when they compound and buy Bitcoin mining. So for sake of cryptocurrency mining, get as many free members as you can as quickly as you can.
So you're in a compound on a compound really by somebody compounding below you. You're compounding as well then.
That's right, but obviously if somebody's compounding, excuse me, just $30, 5% of $30 is very little, so it'll be held back until it's enough to show. So obviously, if somebody's compounding $100, that's $5 worth of mining. Again, it's very little. So you will get at that rate, but if they're mining very, very little, you won't see it necessarily very aggressively. But if they're compounding in a big way on a regular basis, you'll get paid. Yes, absolutely. Your free members will give you Bitcoin mining. Your affiliate members will
If
give you Bitcoin.
if you had a few hundred people there at $30 each, it all adds up, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you had 100 people putting in just $30 each. You've already earned your, well, they've bought 3 terahash. If they bought 3 terahash, you just got given whatever 150 gigahash. You know, it all adds up. Absolutely.
What I'm looking to do with this, and this app is working right now, I'm just bringing people in on the $30 level. They dip their toe in, they set up a free account, pay their $30. They can see small amounts of Bitcoin come into their account every day. They start to see the picture building, and then they buy another $30 the next day. They put $100 in next week. All of a sudden, then they put in a few $1,000s in. That's why I'm looking at it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And you never know how it works, you know. There might be free members who, you know, are mining, earning a little bit of Bitcoin, sticking it on their Zappo, taking a friend out for a coffee, and, you know, hey, what card is that? That's a Zappo. What does that do? Well, that's my Bitcoin paid for your latte. Oh, really? How does that work? Show me. I've got 5,000. Next thing you know, your members upgraded as an affiliate just to be able to introduce the next guy who's got 5,000 to spend, you know? So you never know how it works out. The point is people need to, first of all, open up their mind that this compensation plan simply has no comparison out there. And the things that we are about to introduce, and I cannot discuss them, but I know it straight from the CEO, there are a number of things in the pipeline. They're a bit tight-lipped, but they'll be absolutely turbo boosting what we already have. The point is, we've been a very conservative, very understated company. There's no negative review about us out there. There's nothing wrong about Cisco Global anywhere that anybody can pinpoint. Otherwise, Bob Proctor would not put his name to us. Yeah. So
and that's a good point. That's a good point, because a lot of these revenue shares are not so much revenue share. Lots of different programs out there. They all get their fair stick of bad abuse, don't they, on these review sites, don't they?
Yes, I mean, you know, I have never met someone like Charles Scoville, for example, but I just know that there's a lot of Traffic Monsoon people hurting, and they wish that things would be released. Obviously, you know, the government seems to have an agenda. There's a lot of people burnt out there because of legal definitions and this is right and that is right. Now, look, listen, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know right or wrong, and I'm not even going to discuss what the outcome of Traffic Monsoon, for example, should be. But whatever damage has happened so far has hurt a lot of people. Bitcoin mining cannot be regulated by any one regulator because they don't own it. And yet it is people happily making exchanges with each other. They can try and breathe down on it, but by the time these bureaucracies react to it, it'll be years from now. So this is your window, guys. You know, ad packs, whether ad packs are securities or not, whether advertising buyers are investors or not, let them debate that. And whilst they're debating that, they have something to debate. Here, they have got nothing to debate. Bitcoin mining is a brand new concept. It is so new that nobody even knows exactly how it works, not in the average masses anyway. So if you in the network marketing community are at the very cutting edge of it, learn a few basic concepts, be in the game where hundreds of millions of dollars are being pumped in by super successful multi-billionaire investors, then guess what? You've got to benefit from this. And here it's a machine, not you know, a pyramid structure of people after people after people, but here are literally sophisticated machines performing an algorithmic a computation that generates a digital unit that is Bitcoin, which can make actual payments. So when you taste that cafe latte, you know that it's been paid for by a digital currency that's neither pound nor dollar nor any other currency, but something that is uniquely internet based. And you know, if this is going to be the future, guys, then you need to be on board with this quickly and start talking to your neighbors. And I do believe genuinely the offline market is massive for this. You know, guys, I don't know, you must support some football club or some baseball clubs, your local team or whatever. Go find out the name of the coach, call him. Tell him, I've got a solution for the rest of your team. The overpaid sportsmen in the West anyway, you know, they've got plenty of money. Do you think they can't spare $5,000? They make $5,000 by kicking one ball. So they've got the money. The pools of money are out there, and guess what? You're not talking to network marketers anymore. You're talking to your local football, your local rugby club. Go talk to the rugby guys. Tell them, guys, listen, I have something for you that might be exciting. It's a little sexy. It's on the side. It won't take any time off you. Not a distraction at all. If you're interested, let me know. And get back to Adrian. Adrian can bunk together a presentation. Boom. Send them one YouTube link with your own sign-up link and see how it goes. There are groups of people that hate network marketing, generally speaking, that hate anything to do with recruiting, which is the main pain in network marketing. But at the same time, there are enough people who are looking for this beautiful, wonderful solution, and they don't even need to know how much you're making out of it. Because no car salesman will ever tell you what margin he's got on his car that he's selling to you. You just go and buy and pay the price anyway, don't you? You might haggle the price down a little bit or have some accessories thrown in, but you'll still end up paying him 10-15% from the actual cost of the car. And he's never going to reveal to you how much it is, so you don't have to reveal any of this. None of this is captured by regulation. Gold and silver, no regulator on the planet is going to require you to be securities legislation qualified. You don't need to be a financial advisor. You can freely and openly recommend anybody on the planet. You have money? 10% gold. Go straight, 10% gold. Guys, people give health advice without asking. I've got a bit of a cough, and I keep getting, and I really appreciate it from the people that care about me, give me good advice. But I do get a lot of advice what you should do. These are not doctors. These aren't doctors giving me advice on how I should treat my cough. So here you've got a money-based solution where you don't need a qualification. You're telling them, gold, come on in. You don't want to recruit, you don't want to build a team, you don't want to, you think it's hard, landing pages, autoresponders, banners and all that. You're struggling with that? No problem. Bitcoin, passive. Put your money in there, earn. You want to work a little harder? Double your return by compounding. If that becomes attractive to you, start talking to people. Next thing you know, your team gets filled up. So I hope that answers your question, Adrian.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, just want to finish off on. I don't think we covered this. But if I sponsor somebody and they pay $5,000, what am I getting in commissions? I'm getting 20% of that. Is that right? And that's split in two different ways, isn't it? Do you want to explain that?
Yes. So you get 10% in mining and 10% in cash. 10% in cash is, it's not exactly that. It's a little more, but I'm rounding it down to keep it simple. So when someone buys $5,000 package, let's say you're a silver member and you've introduced a platinum member. You're on a 249 starter pack, but you sponsored a $5,000 platinum person. You get $500 in cash, one whack. Boom.
I can withdraw that on the same day, more or less.
Well, there's a 14-day cooling off money back period, because we are a legal, legitimate company, unlike the other German gold company, which is not really legal in the UK. I'm not going to mention the name, but I used to be an affiliate, so I know my stuff. But in the UK, 14-day cooling off period, and that applies globally anyway. So what happens with the 10%? That's $500. What do you do with the $500? Well, take it out into your PayPal, stick it into your Bitcoin, and put it out on Zappo and go fill a fuel tank with it or whatever. Put it back into the system, buy gold with it, or put it back into the system, buy more mining with it. But 500 is your cash bonus. You can do with it whatever you want. But the other 500 is your mining bonus, and this is critically important. $500 today. If you spend $500 tomorrow, that's $500 gone, full stop. But $500 of mining power will give you the whatever rate of return it is, whatever a Bitcoin return it gives you, year after year after year. So instead of just giving you cash, you're being given a slice of the mining. This is why our compensation plan is so immensely powerful. So you're not given 20% cash, so go blow it all in one night. You've got mining added to you. If you want to aggressively accumulate a shed load of mining without spending your own money, introduce a shed load of platinum members and you'll be laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah. So so that's a real good passive income. 20%, $500 you can withdraw and spend it as you want, and the other $500 goes back into mining, which produces residual income for the next 24 years.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's quite unique, I think, on its own, if compared to all the others out there. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so, because nobody else offers you that. Like, for example, an ad pack does mature, right? And when it matures, you either take the money out or you repurchase. So here you have mining that doesn't mature, but it pays you every day. So all you have to do is make sure that you have more and more mining, and it pays you every day. So if the bonus mining pays you $1 a day, I believe you should be happy with that, because someday you might have 10, another day you might have $100 of money coming in just from the bonuses. Now it looks like, okay, so how many platinum members do I need to get to that level? That's not the point. You get started first, show your results, talk to people, and next thing you know, there will be people coming. Genesis Mining aren't getting 1,000 Chinamen signing up every single day for no reason. The point is, if there's 1,000 Chinamen waking up to Genesis and signing up every day, why isn't there 1,000 people joining you? Because you're offering the exact same price that they're offering. I just wish I spoke Chinese. I'd tell them, hey guys, we're offering you the same price. Why are you going directly to China? You love gold. So you already love gold. You love Bitcoin mining. Open a Genesis account. So obviously, I don't know who those 1,000 Chinamen are and who's introducing them. But if I knew that person, he'd be an affiliate in our team. No brainer.
I got one. Yeah, that's great. I got one question here. I missed this. Stevenson, I think we've answered this. Stevenson is asking, how many grams of gold do you get for the $249 package?
Okay, so originally it was $50 worth of silver. That takes care of the 20% of your initial cost is a physical product, which is silver or gold. So if gold is right now trading at around $38 in the wholesale market, with us you'll get it for 38, 30, 40, something like that, because there's a tiny little wholesale spread on it, but it's still wholesale. So you know what? Let's do this.
Yeah, basically, he's going to get $50 of silver. He can either keep the silver and have it delivered, or he can exchange the silver into gold or even Bitcoin, can he?
Correct.
In theory.
Yeah, in theory. Yeah. But
yeah, and the other question he's asking, we'll do what you're going to say now. He's also asking, how long does it take to get the gold delivered to my address in Norway? Do I need to pay taxes?
Okay, Norway, Sweden, generally all the Scandinavian countries, you are tax liable. You will be paying your local VAT, value-added tax, if you get silver home. So avoid silver, okay? So anytime you have silver in your back office, liquidate it there and swap it into gold. Gold is tax-free. And if you get a VAT invoice at the point of delivery, then just send an email to support and say that they need to change the invoice because gold should be tax-free. All across Europe and nearly every major Western country I'm aware of, gold is tax-free to buy and tax-free to have it home delivered. Nobody should be able to charge you anything extra on it. Silver, be careful. Okay? And Norway, one of our top leaders in Sweden recently took home a delivery. We gave him a lead time of 7 days. He had it delivered in 4 into, I think, Gothenburg. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly where he lives, but anyway, he was surprised the speed at which it was delivered. It is Federal Express or DHL, so it will be one of the approved top delivery companies, and up to your doorstep, up to the point where you sign for the package, it will be bound by the London Bullion Market chain of integrity, which means that in case you don't take delivery, it is insured and fully covered. When you sign, it's yours. Then what you do with it, you chuck it in the bin or whatever, is your problem. But until you sign for it, it is 100% insured. And protected by our insurance policy. Okay, guys, I'm just going to give you right now.
Yeah, let me share my screen again, and I'm going to go
I'm
through
actually in the back office, Adrian. I'm just going to check the exact gram price and let our folks take this challenge.
Right, I was going to share my screen and show people the difference between buying on bullion by post and by using Swiss gold.
Oh, you want me to do that, Adrian?
No, I'm sharing my screen now.
Oh, okay, one second. I'll just tell you, by the way, our price for 1 gram is.
There you go. I'm sharing my screen now on the single purchase of gold and silver.
Okay, sure. Yeah, if you scroll down.
Showing gold is 36.53 grams, dollars a gram.
That is the absolute wholesale price. So if you scroll down, Adrian.
Yeah.
If you scroll further down and put in their dollar amount in that little box, yeah, put in the 30. What did I have? 1 second. 37.65.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says below grams approximate 1 gram. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So it's spot on. Yeah. Yeah.
37.65 is 1 gram exactly. Yeah. Guys, this is our price for Argo Heraeus. If you want to take this is United States dollars, 37.65 fixed today morning, the 20th of December. If you take this price and go compare us with anybody else, for Argo Heraeus, not for any other company, because we are pretty much, Rolls-Royce. So you don't come comparing your Skoda with a Rolls-Royce, yeah? There's a whole bunch of Turkish companies out there. If you want Turkish gold and silver, good luck, enjoy it. But if you want Swiss certified gold and silver coming out of a Swiss refinery from the top 20% manufacturer of premium gold and silver in the world, the one that supplies to Rolex, then you're getting 37.65. I'm so proud of this price. I'm so confident with this price that I'm happy to, basically name and shame all the other companies that take you for a ride per gram. Now take this and go compare it to any other company, including Carat Bars.
Let's just go on to bullion by post, which is a very popular bullion dealer. Am I right? Bullion by post, UK dealer.
Yeah, look at the screen. It says UK's #1 online bullion dealer, and on the side it says 15,894 customer reviews, out of which 99.4% have an average 5-star rating, right?
The dollar price here is saying for gold is 36.396 a gram, right? That's what it's saying there.
Yeah. So we are about $1 more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously we have our 2.97% spread built into the wholesale price, but we are still wholesale. That is still wholesale, right? So Adrian, if you click on the pound symbol next to the dollar price, yeah. So you'll see the wholesale price of gold comparable to dollar is 29.42 per gram, yeah? Per gram. Let's bear that in mind, 29.42. Let's make it 30, guys. Let's be generous. Let's make it 30. Nobody will forget it. Easy peasy number to remember. Not even a problem, right? 30 round bucks. Now, Adrian, if you go to the left side where it says gold bars, click gold bars.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, guys, pay attention. It says 1 gram gold bar for 36. That is 20% more than the wholesale price of 30 that we had established. Actually, it was 29.42, but let's go 30, yeah? From 30, you add 20%, and the bar they're showing is Heraeus. This is our company. This is our supplier, the Heraeus bar. But if you now click view, Adrian, if you go into it, you'll see something very incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, 36 isn't for Heraeus. It's for any one of those bars. The Heraeus bar is further down, right? If you scroll down a little bit, just a tiny
44.
bit. There you go, 44. So hang on a minute. They got you in here with a 20% premium to Heraeus compared to the wholesale price. And it turns out it isn't even Heraeus. By the time it is Heraeus, it's actually 44.
And that's if you buy. I think if you click into to buy that, they catch you again on the amount on the quantity as well, don't they?
Correct. Let's have a look. So if you click buy,
£44. Yeah, there you go.
it's actually £50 per bar. You see what's happening, guys? It's £50 per bar. If you want the price of 44, you have to buy 100 or more. Is that a rip-off or not? This is the #1 online bullion dealer. Okay?
Rip-off,
so
yeah.
This is where 15,000 people have said this is a fantastic service. And those 15,000 people are basically waiting for you to introduce them to this system. If you are a marketer, if you consider yourself an MLM network marketer, you need to introduce them to our system based on this. Why? Because $50 is what? If I'm not mistaken,
from $30 to $50. That's 60%, isn't it?
60% more.
Yeah, 60% more. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, not just that, you get screwed on the way of selling also. So if you click the sell button, top left green, you sell. Now let's say, for example, you bought just 1 gram at £50. It was worth 30, but you bought at £50, and then you click on all gold bars below, and scroll down. For the 1 gram, you buy it today for 50, and you get to sell it back for 28. You're losing half your money straight away. Okay, for our MLM members, whether you're silver, gold, ambassador, platinum, you get to sell back at 0%. Whatever the price in the system, you get that price back when you sell it, 0%. Here, you're losing half your money just by selling the same bar back to the same people you bought it from in the first place.
That is one big scam. That's for sure.
Now, you can compare this to the other MLM out there, the one that has a card in the middle of a card and, a great compensation plan and all. Guys, binaries get most people stuck. We have a very fair compensation plan. Nobody comes close. And nobody has the kind of Bitcoin cooperation we have directly with Genesis. Nobody. So that's why I'm so confident with our company. But I hope that was useful.
I've actually got an account with, I'm not sure if I can log in, but I'm logged in there for ages. The Carapaz account is ridiculous, isn't it? The spread, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you can see it on the front page.
This. 2 seconds.
Yeah, you can skip it now.
Just 2 seconds.
If you want to know whether this gold is worth anything or not, just take the brand of the company, whatever company you're dealing with, and go and do an eBay search. See if anybody is successfully able to sell anything on eBay or not.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I just logged into my Carapaz account, right?
All right. Well, okay.
And there you go. There's the euro price of gold is $62.13.
No, that's the dollar price now. 62.
41.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, there's a $20 spread straight away. So if you bought this gold today at $62 now, and tomorrow morning you were to sell it, you're facing a $20 loss, even though it stayed there wherever they store it, if they store it, and you never took any delivery of it. It's in your back office, but just from moving from one ledger to another ledger, you've been penalized by $20 straight away. And this is what people don't understand.
We are charging $37 a gram, was it? And they're charging $62 a gram.
Yes. Not just that. There's no real need to compare, because this is either Nadir Metal or Atakulche of Turkey, and not Argo Heraeus. We are Argo Heraeus. There's just, you do not compare Kia Motors and Hyundai to Rolls-Royce, do you?
Exactly. So but that's another story, isn't it? So many people have joined that company over the last 5 years, and that's a story on its own.
Adrian, it's all about the marketing. There's a lot of systems that are doing well, being promoted, hundreds and thousands of members. But if the marketing is designed to make duplication easy, a lot of people get into it. I mean, I'll give you an example. OneCoin has some serious issues. Yeah, OneCoin isn't doing their German and French giant meetings in 5-star hotels anymore. And they've shifted their focus to Latin America and lesser, more desperate countries, because here the regulators are breathing down on them. But is the coin on exchange? No. Does it exist? No. Is anybody accepting it? Not really. One little shop somewhere maybe, but other than that, nobody's accepting OneCoin. So how come they did so well? They've got millions of members because they're very good at marketing. So if you're looking for a company that's good at marketing and all you care about is making money, then yeah, well, there are lots of others. Good luck. But if you're looking for a company that will be here 20, 30 years down the line with a good, reliable, solid product and very, very high quality partnerships, including Bob Proctor, Argo Heraeus, Genesis Mining, I mean, come on, that's where we are at. So I hope that helps.
I think it's down to the good old saying, time will tell, and in 2, 3, 4 years' time, Swissquote Global will still be around, going probably from strength to strength, but all the others will probably be gone.
I think Bitcoin alone in 2017 will change a lot of equations, and it'll bring the attention of, because you're seeing this on social media now. You had Triple Threat and all these kind of revenue shares that scammed or failed or tripped up or whatever, and then the same people found something that was easy and cheap to enter and market, but this time Bitcoin based, because Bitcoin has no chargeback, you see. So because it's Bitcoin based, you have similar Ponzi's and a lot of, literally 90% are scams based on it, starting off in the online space all over again, and the same people following from rev shares into that. It's going to keep happening, and they will keep getting disappointed when things collapse. This is the time to put your head down and actually build something reliable, and that's where we are at. And this is why I'm paying a lot of attention to developing this particular company, because Bitcoin alone will make headlines for us.
Yeah, they've already had the first mover advantage. They're already out there, and they're already out there, and they're in the press every day now, nearly, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, okay, Prem, I think we call it a night. We've been going on for about 2
hours
and 45 minutes. Yeah.
All right, thank you, everybody.
I'm gonna end the call as well. So thanks again, Prem, and perhaps we can perhaps do a quick update every Wednesday. Whether we go on this long, but as people get more educated, we can get straight to the point and just do some quick updates every Tuesday, rather. That'd be great if you can do that, if you're about. Yeah,
if I'm about, I can set some time aside for that. I mean, I do my own hangouts on a Wednesday, on a Sunday normally, but other than that, obviously I'm happy to join here on a Tuesday. If guys, your audience can send in specific questions, let's try and address those questions, because ultimately it's about feeding people with the information that they need to take it to another level, and we're here to support, not just to hard sell anything. Hopefully this hangout was an explanation of what goes on, and not really a sales pitch as such. It was a genuine comparison, and nothing to hide, very transparent. Anybody can reach out. We're here to help you. All right.
Okay then. Thanks a lot, Prem.
Thank you.
All the best, everyone. Thank you. Cheers, then. Okay, guys, there you go. Great call, an hour and 45 minutes, and I'm going to switch off, take a break. I may do another webinar tomorrow, or if not, on Thursday night, just to catch up on everything else, all the other different streams I'm into. But you're going to see me banging on about this, guys, into 2017. Bitcoin, gold, and silver. It's a very interesting space, and it's getting very exciting. And I really think this has the potential to be the #1 business in 2017. Okay, a lot of people are still scratching their heads and waffling around in different other things, jumping from one to the other. And I really think I've found my space here, and I'm going to settle in here for a while and see how things go, and keep showing my screens, my back office, and show you how I take this into you know, a 5-figure sum every month, and certainly get into 6 figures from acquiring, you know, Bitcoin, gold, and silver as one portfolio, you know. So I'm starting to get really excited. So I'm going to switch off, guys. Okay, I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Facebook. And we're going to do this every Tuesday. The best thing to do, if you are interested, if you've got any other people interested, give me a ring personally. Let's have a personal call, a 3-way call. Me and Prem are on the phone all day doing 3- and 4-way calls. Get in on those calls with us on the telephone, you know, on Skype as well, if you want to take this further and help yourself and your team, anyone that you may have interested, take that to the next level, okay? So thanks a lot, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, good night.